One of the big triggers for the change in Silicon Valley was that U.S. immigration policy changed. We opened up prior to 1965. Asian immigrants were really shut out from the U.S. market. The first wave, I think, of Chinese that came to the U.S. were mainly from Taiwan. Early students often, especially the early students from Taiwan, were poor.
We actually lived in the southern part of Taiwan. Like any of these aspiring people, I dreamed a lot.
The first stop I arrived is in San Francisco, and I never imagined I spent my whole career in Silicon Valley.
I started a project looking at immigrants in Silicon Valley, and the more that I dug, the more I realized how important they had been and were becoming in the success of the Silicon Valley and its innovation.
My field is so-called a semiconductor laser. It's a chip, so-called bandwidth that brings the internet. And that changes the world.
People want to know all the gene that human has. You work hard, hard.
Working 16, 17 hours a day.
I mean, when you're from another country, you have no other choice but to work hard to make it happen.
Silicon Valley have this kind of the entrepreneur environment, so I went.
That entrepreneurial spirit probably was already, in the environment.
马上就是新起义，就是要发薪水，什么时候？薪水。
You need to take a risk, hopefully a calculated risk.
Everything becomes so difficult. All the company I co-founded also struggle.
Even at my age, I encounter adversity all the time. I never lose the drive to fight.
They were very successful because they had the same mindset, maybe same work habits.
We invented the FinFET three-dimensional transistor. Without that, then we would not even have the cell phone we have today, not to mention artificial intelligence.
Especially in America, nobody can tell you cannot.
They were visionaries. Getting involved in civic engagement was not something that was common.
Because that is the principle of the democratic society.
The U.S. was perceived, I think, in the 70s, 80s as welcoming. Now it's not.
Why do you think he didn't get the job of Texas Instruments CEO?
Some people suggested it was because he was Chinese.
But I also worry about the standoff, the confrontation between China and the U.S. America very easily falls into a xenophobia. We've seen it historically, and I fear that it will happen again.
The world is facing a lot of challenges, and a lot of that have to do with fighting for resources.
The next generation may not be that way, and they don't want to work every 7 days a week. They don't want to get straight A.
I don't have problem getting a B because he took my A,
想起了这些事情，妈妈心里就很难过。对，他不应该这么早就走。
Yeah, but he did everything he wanted to do, so he was happy. We are all travelers of our time. We all have our unique experiences and stories of growing up, receiving our education, making a living, starting a family, and pursuing a career. I have drifted overseas for over 50 years. To make a living, I have realized my American dream.